Hello again. This is just going to be a short one in comparison to the last video that I made. Please excuse me for moving around. Not used to this video recording myself thing. But yeah. So the last video, I know there's a lot of things that I kind of touched on but didn't really finish what it was that I was trying to say. And I remember one of them when I was when I was talking about my uncle. And the fact that I had to check his wife about undermining me when it came to my child, treating me like I was the help when it came to my child, treating the situation like my mother was the one that gave birth to my child. So my uncle, Kim's brother, my so-called mother, the one that lives in Akron, he asked me what would it take for me to be better? What would it take for me to calm down? What would it take for me to chill out? And I said, for y'all to actually listen to me for once. Because if y'all would just listen to what it is that I have to say, you would know for facts that I'm the one that's telling the truth. And she told all kinds of lies just to intentionally turn everybody against me, to save her own ass, because she knows that she let my father molest me and turned on me. So he said, okay, he'll come to therapy with me. So he came to therapy with me, I want to say maybe 2-3 times. And so, and it wasn't just him as far as me saying, if y'all would just listen to me, y'all would know that I'm telling the truth. There's another uncle that I have that every time somebody says something bad about me that was connected to Kim, Candy did this, Candy did that, Candy, name all up in their mouth, right? So that same uncle that was going around bad mouthing me and everything when I lives in Baltimore, Maryland, I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Like, this is going to happen on any video that I make. It's just the PTSD, CPTSD. But yeah, so every time I turned around, I was hearing about how he was talking about how horrible of a person I was. Mean, evil, disrespectful, rude, and all of this crap. And I contacted him in some kind of way and said, would you please just listen to my side of the story? Like, y'all have never heard my side of the story. All of y'all are just listening to her mama, and her daddy. Would y'all please listen to me for once? And his response, I don't want to be in the middle of it. I don't want my name in it. So one day his daughter, my cousin, calls me and said, so, yeah, I heard something, but it's not really much of anything. It's not really, I said, it's something Kim said, ain't it? She said, yeah. I'm like, the hell did she say now? And she said, well, it ain't really much of anything, but, are you pregnant? What? I'm like, no, I'm not pregnant. I was like, wait a minute. She going around telling everybody I'm pregnant? And she said, yeah, she is. She said, my dad, which is that same uncle that's in Maryland, that said that he don't want his name in the middle of it. He don't want to listen to what it is that I got to say. He wants no parts of it. So she said, yeah, words getting out that you're pregnant. And I'm like, I'm not pregnant. I started taking a new medication called Zyprexa, and it can and will make you blow up and quick. And I said, I'm not pregnant. I'm like, I might look like I'm pregnant. Like, yeah, true enough, my belly did get big, but I'm not pregnant. I'm like, God damn it, she's going around lying on me again, and everybody's going to believe it. And she said, yeah, because my dad came to me, same uncle, and said, guess who pregnant? Yeah, Candy pregnant. And it's like, okay, but when I asked you to listen to me, my side of the story, you don't want your name in the middle of it. But as soon as somebody else says something about me, my name all up in your mouth. And not just his, but a lot of the people that's in that part of the clique of the family. Notice I said clique. It's not a family. You know how gangs have sets? Cliques? Like, yeah, that's my family. And in that particular part of the clique, if you don't have money, if you don't have a big pretty house, if you can't just go and buy a new vehicle and change your vehicles like people are supposed to change their drawers, yeah, you the black sheep. But they intentionally turned me into the black sheep by sweeping me under the rug, knowing that I was being molested. So getting back to the uncle that came with me to therapy that time, when I started talking and saying what happened, especially when I hit the she perjured herself part on the stand, if I were lying about this, I wouldn't be telling you where to look to find the freaking evidence. She lied. And she perjured herself. She filed a false police report. This is all on record. Courts already have the evidence that she lied, that she perjured herself. They knew, not just that they have it on record, they knew. They heard her. It was called out in the hearing. She perjured herself. We all heard it. When my attorney finally decided to stop acting like the freaking prosecutor and have my back, but of course by then it was too late. But yeah, so I'm telling him everything that happened and talking to the therapist, and all of a sudden he started looking like he saw a ghost. And he just kept saying over and over, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I saw something. I'm so sorry. I saw something. I saw something happen between you and Les. I'm so sorry. I should have did something. And I'm sitting here like, the hell did you see? I didn't say that, but to this day, I don't know what it was that he saw. But he asked me if I remember him and my mother, his sister, getting into a fight when I was younger. And when she quit speaking to him, and I said, no, I never knew that there was a break in your communication. We used to live directly across the street from each other when I was little. And so I said, no, I never knew that there was a break in your communication. And he said, yeah, for a while, Kim wouldn't speak to me because he apparently went to her and told her that he saw something happen between me and Les that he didn't like. And whatever it was of the sexual nature. And he said Kim went off on him and she quit speaking to him. So it's like, okay, so me being a little kid and all of y'all being grown, because your sister quit speaking to you, you just completely block it out of your mind that you saw something happen between me and my father that was not right. So you just automatically forget all of that. And then the next thing I know, I'm being called a liar and crazy and evil, mean, rude, disrespectful, all of that crap by you too, huh? So he came to, like I said, either 2 or 3 sessions with me. And I'm trying to remember what happened after that. Okay, so yeah, he helped me move. He helped me move into another apartment. Long story about the apartment bull crap. But he helped me move into another apartment. And I had told him at one point, and I could tell something wasn't right when it started happening. I told him at one point that when I was moving, that I was going to stay with a friend for about a month because I didn't have an apartment at the time. But I had to get out of the apartment that I was in at a certain time because of, I don't know, some kind of technicalities as far as AMHA goes. But so yeah, I ended up staying with my friend, and I told my uncle that when we get done, I'm going to need a ride. Both me and my friend are going to need a ride to his residence. And I'll say that because he was renting a room. But yeah, so time comes, he's helping me move, and my friend, well, my at the time friend, he came after he got off of work and was helping me move. And well, he was helping us. And so all of the stuff had been moved out of the original apartment that I was in. No furniture, no TV, no electronics, no nothing. Uncle knew this, right? And the next thing I know, he's like, well, see y'all later, and was about to pull off. And I'm like, I'm still in the truck and I'm looking at him. I'm like, you remember I told you before that we're going to need a ride back to his place. And he said, what? He's like, what? And I'm like, I told you that. I very blatantly told you that we're going to need a ride back to his place. We don't have a way to get back to his place. And he was like, but I got stuff to do. I'm like, but I already told you that we needed a ride. I told you that from the get-go. And so, I can't remember what he said about getting him in trouble at that point, but later on he tells me that because of him taking us back to my at the time friend's place, that he got in trouble because it was his anniversary. And it's like, okay, you know what? I didn't even ask you for help. You volunteered. I did not ask for your help to move. When you found out that I needed to move, you said, I help you. You volunteered yourself. And now all of a sudden, I got you in trouble because it was your anniversary. What the hell are you doing helping me move on your anniversary? If I needed to find somebody else, which, by the way, another cousin said that he was going to help me move. And he didn't say he was going to help me. He said he was going to get somebody with a truck and have somebody help me move. And when I asked if that offer was still on the table, I got kidney problems. I can't help you move. And it's like, God damn it. Why does this always happen? People always say stuff to me. And then when it comes time to show and prove, whenever it comes time to show that, yeah, you about what you say, and you, or shall I say that you are about your word. Let me put it like that. Words don't mean shit. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember where I was because there's so much crap that's always going through my mind. I just can't freaking keep track. So, yeah, he went on ahead and took us back over to his place. And then he told me later on that I got him in trouble with his wife because it was his anniversary. It's like, dude, that was on you. That ain't had shit to do with me. Nothing. You shouldn't have volunteered yourself if it was your anniversary. Shouldn't have done it. Yo bad. And so I was trying to get my daughter back in her brothers and sisters' lives. I was trying to get her brothers and sisters in her life. And wait a minute. What was I saying? I'm sorry. I was trying to get my daughter back in her brothers and sisters' lives and them in hers. Oh, okay. And so my uncle in Georgia called me, because this is a long story in itself. I'm going to keep this part short, but he called me and said that he heard that I was trying to get Eden and her brothers and sisters together. And I said, yeah. And he said, and Kim got a problem with that. I said, yeah. And he said, I agree with you, being me, him saying that he agreed with me, that Eden needs to know her family. And I'm like, for once, somebody in the family got my back. And he said, yeah, so I was talking to Brian about it. I'm gonna go ahead and say his name, Brian. I just won't say last names. The uncle that helped me so-called move. The one that was, I'm sorry. I should have did something. I know I saw something. I knew something wasn't right. That uncle. My uncle in Georgia told me that this other uncle that's in Akron still, the one that was supposedly helping me, told him, when he told him about helping me get my daughter's brothers and sisters in her life and her in theirs, that he told him, you might want to stay out from between that mess between Kim and Candy. You might want to leave that alone. So you go from, I'm sorry, I should have did something, to telling other family members not to mess with me and to stay out of that crap between Kim and Candy. Like Diamond says, any of y'all know anything about this? Like Diamond says, sometimes blood ain't no thicker than water. These videos that I'm sharing, however many I get on here, I'm not necessarily planning on staying here for a long time or whatever. However long it takes for me to get out whatever it is that I gotta get out, that's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm gonna talk about a lot of mental health stuff too, because I got a bone to pick with the mental health community. And I'm not talking about people with mental health issues. I'm talking about the ones that are so-called professionals, always talking about break the stigma, when y'all the ones keeping the damn stigma going. So, yeah, that's another video. But for right now, I'm out. Thanks for any and everybody that's watching these videos, that's sharing them, because if I can't get any help from the law, trying to do everything right, and like I said, my body is so messed up, I can't even take care of myself, let alone go after anybody. So going after her is out of the question. But anybody that helps spread these videos so that everybody at this point in the world knows who and what my mother is really about. An evil, demon, sadistic. I'm gonna try to keep this one where kids can watch it too. I don't have to have it age restricted, but yeah, that person. So anyway, like I said before, thanks to everybody that's watching these videos. Thanks to everybody that's supporting me. And please share, because As much as she's demolished my name to everybody throughout my life, kicking 42 in the ass, and nobody wants to have anything to do with me because of her. As they say, goes around, comes around. Karma's a I'm not gonna say karma's a bitch. Karma just hands out just dues. So yeah, please make my videos go viral. I'm begging y'all, please. Once again, thanks. I'm out.